No, for me, it's like I've tried to do that.
Mhm.
I literally like when you think like it's so easy. Like features,
Mhm.
if somebody was like just bar out on a feature,
Mhm.
fine, I will bar out on a feature. I can't do that in my own music,
Right.
because I have too much control.
Yeah.
I make the beats myself.
Right.
I write all the lyrics. I record it right here where
Right.
I'm sitting right now. I have all of the control. I send it over to my engineer and we take care of it and we work. Like right now we just Zoom and we figure it out.
Mhm.
I have all of the control over everything that happens in my music. And that's so hard for me because it's like, yeah, I can just like make something crazy and just drop it and have everybody like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I've thought about it.
Right.
I literally actually can't, because my mind will not let me do it. It's like I have to say something important.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Well, and that's the other thing is like, you can almost trick people into listening to something important. Like,
Right.
it doesn't have to be. It can be something important over a beat that's more modern, if that makes sense.
I get what
And
you're saying.
I know it is good that you do everything in house, but I do see how that hinders you. I almost want to be like, find some producers you rock with and have them make you beats, or like give you some beats just so that you can be like, this is laid out. I'm not going to change this. Don't get the stems until you're mixing and be like, I'm not changing this. This is what I'm working with. And let's see what I can make. You don't even have to release it, but it's like, I feel like you get so caught up, because one of the main things you used to say anyway was that you don't want to put out something that's not like your best. But my retort to that has been like, you're then depriving people of stuff that they might love that might not be it. Like Kanye, I don't know if you saw the clip Kanye just did talking about My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fan, about how like people love that, but he doesn't. Like, he's like, this was just me like giving y'all something. Like, this wasn't my, like, he was like, Jesus is way better than this, but people like this and it works. So it's like, I feel like the music you do put out, people like, and I feel like people would like stuff that's not even that, doesn't have that much behind it, as much as that hurts to say. Like, I definitely get the conundrum you're in, because trust me, I get it too. I miss albums, but unfortunately, the last time I dropped an album, it didn't get listened to, because people don't like listening to people have no attention span now. Everything's about 20 seconds snippets.
No, I mean, like, the craziest thing is like, if you actually really do listen to my lyrics, like, you can take a deep dive into any single song that I have. I can tell you the exact story. I can tell you the exact moment. I can tell you everything about the exact word and the exact line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I go that deep. I'm like, this word exactly here. Like, I can tell you exactly what decisions I made to do that.
Right.
And like, I'm so like precise with that it's so weird to me to just like waste that. If that makes sense.
I feel that. I feel it. And the thing is, like, I would be happy for you if you had made the conscious decision to be like, you know what? I don't care about all the other stuff people care about. Like, I don't care about because I know that sometimes maybe the streaming numbers will bother you, which is almost impossible for it not to. But like, if you can decide, I'm gonna go this way, I'm gonna ignore the numbers, I'm just gonna make art the way I want to, I'm gonna ignore that people are like, you don't drop enough. Like, I'm just gonna make music that I am proud of and happy to put out, and see what happens, then I could support that. I just feel like from the outside looking in, it's always like, are you happy with that? Or do you think that you could like reach another level, even if for like a few years you're doing something you don't necessarily want to do, in order to like build a foundation for later, if that makes sense, to where it's like, you even forget about it. You'd be like, remember those years that I was making songs that I didn't care about, that people loved? You'd be like, me either. I don't even remember. Now I'm making like masterpieces that people like, that truly care about art, you know what I'm saying, are listening to. So it's definitely tough, but I know you at least understand why people are like, bro, you gotta drop more. You make good music. Like, why don't you drop more?
See, the problem is when I do make ignorant music, like, when I do make ignorant music like that, somehow it still fits into the narrative that I want to tell the story.
Mm-hmm. I feel
like I have a song that's ready to go. Mm-hmm. I have a song 100% ready to go. All I need is cover art, and I really don't need that much cover art.
Right.
I could drop it and just be like, done.
Right.
You have already heard it. It's I Like How You Move.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bop.
Yeah.
I love that song, but it fits perfectly in a narrative.
Well, to be fair, you could still use it in a narrative. You could just be like, it's like a single, basically. Be like, here's a single that you don't know fits in a narrative. So test the waters and then later bring it back for like a project or EP. But I get it. Because you also might want people to hear it for the first time in the story. So I get it.
That one I don't really care too much about.
There we go. That's
why I keep trying to bait everybody into telling me to drop music. You need to tell me to drop music or I won't drop it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Trust me, we'll stay on you. See, I knew we'd be on that topic for a minute. That's why I knew I didn't need to write anything. I'm about to wind this out just because I know we could end up talking for like 2 hours. A question that I have been asking everybody, I guess I still will ask, even though it's kind of dying down. How did / does the pandemic, how's it affected you as an artist and music wise? It's a little different for you because you weren't dropping that much anyway, but how has it affected you?
Last 3 years almost. Because basically, so 2019 is basically the start of my entire story as an artist anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I had dropped a little bit of music, but officially Kody Free began late 2018.
Right.
At that time, that was the beginning of everything that had just happened with my music stuff. My life basically fell apart during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I was this stand-up person. I was gonna do all of this stuff, and then I just completely all the way down. Toxic relationships, not on purpose, but toxic relationships, just a lot of struggles, a lot of understandings that it was ridiculous because it's I'm too young to understand some of these things that I understand. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are too young to understand the things that we understand. It's super messed up. Super sad. But the pandemic did a whole lot where it was just all right, this is your life. This is what needs to happen. And it gave me a lot of time to think about so would I be happy doing this? Mm-hmm. Because really, when it comes down to it, I believe that we are here on this earth to love. I believe we're put on this earth to love, but I also believe we're put on this earth to be happy. Mm-hmm. Like that. As messed up as the world is, we are put on this earth to be happy. Mm-hmm. And I think some people want to be happy to the detriment of other people. Mm-hmm. And I've realized that's not happiness. That's greed.
Yeah.
For me, happiness is I'm here to love people as deeply as I can. And that was just a lesson that I had to understand and learn really heavily during the pandemic and everything. So that's going to be a lot of what my newer music is talking about. It's just what is our purpose? Why are we supposed to be here? I don't know.
I like it, bro. I hope you drop it because I want to hear it, or at least drop it.
It's gonna happen. It'll happen outside the group chat.
Right.
Just somebody start a Kody Free drop music train or something.
Right. And so for all the people who don't know, let the people know where they can find the music you have released and where they can follow you, etc.
You can find me on Spotify for sure. That's where I check mostly. You can check me on Apple Music, but I don't have an Android, so I don't really be checking that.
Right.
So, but apparently safety's doing really well on there.
That's good.
Last I checked, it was at 10,000 plays, but that was
dope.
That was
months going off sometimes. The playlist over there
Bruh, I was not. I saw that. I was like, I'm famous. Kind of. I was so ecstatic. I was like, yo, I'm out here. But yeah, no. So Apple Music, Kody Free. It's just KODYFREE.
I like the name switch, by the way, from Code Red to Code.
Yeah. So much.
It's a doper name.
I almost got into a lot of trouble with it too.
How?
Because Code Red, so like I said, I was kidnapped into CHH. Mm-hmm. So Minnesota don't really have CHH like that because we're in Minnesota. We're not in the Bible Belt.
Right.
So like a lot of the people that I work with up here, either they're not Christian or they believe in God, but they're more focused on this is what we got.
Right.
So like I'm kind of stuck in like the middle of two different places, if you will. So like I'm definitely like linked up with like some people that have been in gangs and they've been like, Code Red, like you
oh
what?
Man.
No.
Yo, that's funny. I didn't even think of that.
So I was like, no.
Not gonna lie, so when I was younger, I would say like, you know how we all go through this identity crisis type thing when we're younger?
That's good.
Yeah, kind of. Like you don't want to be like
friends, indie friends.
Oh, okay.
So
do wonders like AI anomalies.
I know that, right? Saga, who was on
rap on the same beats. You're definitely more lyrical. So like you're not.
I actually knew a guy in Miami that he was going to the same show.
And I tweeted like last week that someday I'm gonna have a song with him. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.